I'm excited to welcome you to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am the founder and CEO of ROYBI Educational Robotic Company, as well as being an influencer and spokesperson in the blockchain space. The Metaverse is becoming a reality faster than ever before, and soon enough it's going to be a place for all of us to work and earn money as well. Billions of dollars worth of investments are being poured into various different Metaverse projects, with almost every company trying to come up with their own Metaverse. There are a whole bunch of potential job opportunities that are gonna pop up in the Metaverse, and in this video, I'll be taking a look at some of the most exciting ones. Stay towards the end of this video when I reveal an awesome product that will make you an expert in the blockchain space. Before I move on to what sort of jobs you can have in the Metaverse, it is important to understand what the Metaverse really even is. The Metaverse is considered the next big evolution that the internet will go through. Some also refer to it as Web3, while others consider that to be a different thing. Regardless, the Metaverse is going to be the most immersive internet experience ever. According to CoinMarketCap, Metaverse is going to be a $13 trillion market by 2030 with over 5 billion users. Instead of having web pages, applications, and other things like that, there are going to be spaces. You can be virtually present inside these spaces and feel like you are there with the help of VR and AR technologies. Another thing about these spaces is that you'll be able to own them in the form of NFTs. These NFTs can present virtual lands, houses, clothes, items, and pretty much any sort of thing within the Metaverse. You could own your own house, live in it, sell it for a profit, and do so much more. It's sort of like a recreation of real life within the internet. Now, there are a lot of different jobs you can have in the Metaverse as well. Let's take a look together to see what sort of jobs those are. Real estate is one of the most obvious ways that you can make money in the Metaverse. If you take Decentraland, one of the most popular Metaverse platforms out there right now, as an example, you'll know exactly why. Decentraland is an entire world with a limited number of land plots people can buy in the form of NFTs. On these plots, users can build almost anything they want, whether it's a house, park, concert venue, billboard, or anything that you could possibly think of. Now, every single NFT holds value and they can be transferred to other people. As more and more people buy up plots in Decentraland, the higher the value of each individual plot is going to be because of its limited number. On top of that, all of the cooler plots with actual construction on them are going to be worth a lot more than just empty plots. This has paved the way for a real estate industry that works in almost the same way as it does in the real world. A lot of people could earn a lot of money from just buying and selling Metaverse properties, and on top of that, there could even be real estate agents within this world opening up job opportunities for so many people. Recently, a plot of land was sold at $2.4 million, which is pretty much as expensive as it is in the real life. So the sooner you get into this, you can make a lot of money and you can make a career. For example, you can become a real estate agent, open your own agency in the Metaverse, and buy and sell lands and properties just like you do in the real life. I know it is kind of unreal, but the future is all about virtual worlds and Metaverse. The fashion industry in the Metaverse is also going to be massive. Think about it, everyone in the Metaverse is going to have their own avatar who is going to represent them. That avatar is going to wear clothes and accessories, all of which will be NFTs. There are going to be a lot of different brands you could potentially buy outfits from. There are already certain brands that are present in the Metaverse, such as Nike, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci. These brands have opened up their own virtual metaverse stores where people can go and shop for virtual items. You are probably wondering, why are people spending money on virtual items that are completely cosmetic? Well, it isn't anything new. Just take a look at any free-to-play game out there like Fortnite. In these games, you have the ability to buy cosmetic items like skins that bring no change to your gameplay, and you actually have to pay real money to do so. The metaverse will be similar, but you could even sell these items yourself. Even on, for example, Snapchat, you can customize your avatar using designs from famous fashion brands like Ralph Lauren and Nike. Metaverse is going to have fashion designers, event planners, retail workers, stylists, and so many other jobs that are directly related to the fashion industry itself. The global fashion industry is already worth trillions of dollars, and its launch into the metaverse is just something that will definitely become more active. Another thing about metaverse avatars is that some of them are going to be more popular than the other ones. This can and will eventually lead to the creation of metaverse celebrities and influencers. Fans following fictional or virtual characters is nothing new at all, and it's only a matter of time before it happens in the metaverse as well. It's likely that metaverse influencers will be directly tied to the fashion industry as well, and they're always going to be the trendsters wearing all the latest trends and influencing fashion across platforms. Of course, just like in the real world, these influencers will be able to monetize their fame. They could do brand deals, advertisements, paid events, and so much more. It's difficult to predict what is going to be actually happening in the metaverse for influencers, but it's almost certain that they are going to be a thing. Another thing about the metaverse is that it's going to have a lot of events. As I mentioned, certain metaverse influencers will hold events to meet up with their fans just like influencers will do in the real world. There are going to be virtual performances, expos, and so many other things. Imagine the Dubai Expo taking place in the metaverse. Something like that is going to be a possibility very soon. In fact, certain celebrities like Snoop Dogg have already held virtual concerts inside the metaverse. All of the attendees actually had to pay to attend this concert, and guess what? It actually got sold out. There is a very clear market for this, and it's all backed by real money. Because of this, there will also be the need for metaverse event planners. Just like in the real world, event planners and managers will be needed for every event that is held in the metaverse. There will eventually even come a time when companies like Apple announce their newest devices in the metaverse. Other events like E3 and Comic-Con might also move to the metaverse. And all of the jobs that these events usually create are also going to move to the metaverse. Virtual jobs are already a thing, and the metaverse is going to enhance their capabilities and scope. This is another industry that is going to be directly related to the fact that you can own assets in the metaverse. If you are going to make a building or any sort of this thing on a piece of land that you virtually own, you can't just do it all by yourself. Just like in the real world, you're going to require the help of architects and designers. These jobs are going to play an extremely important role in making the metaverse actually look good. There is no doubt that a lot of companies would be willing to pay some big bucks to architects and designers to make their buildings look better than anyone else. There are even more jobs such as interior designers that will be required in the metaverse once it becomes more mature in age. It's not likely that these jobs are going to be big in the metaverse early on, but those of us who can capture the market are probably going to be set for life. What's the one thing that makes the internet make more money than anything else in the world? Of course, advertisement. You might know Google as a search engine, the owner of Gmail and YouTube, but Google is primarily an advertising company. That's the reason why its value is almost $1 trillion today. The metaverse is pretty much primed for advertisement. There are going to be jobs in the metaverse to not only create advertisements, but also to manage them, display them, and so much more. Eventually, there will be entire companies entirely within the metaverse where the sole purpose will be to create ads and earn money. These companies are going to bring a lot of jobs with them, just like how Google employs thousands of people around the world. Once again, the exact scale of this can't be predicted, but it's something that will happen. There will be also probably a lot of other jobs in the metaverse beyond some of the big ones I mentioned in this video. For example, there will likely be a lot of tech-related jobs, finance-related jobs, aviation, tourism, and other kinds of jobs in the metaverse as well, along with some basic jobs that we do every day in the real world. At the end of the day, the metaverse is just going to become a reality sooner or later, and we don't fully know all the kinds of new jobs that metaverse will create, but it's going to be exciting to see it turn into a reality. That's a wrap for the future possible jobs in the metaverse. Do you think the average person will be making a lot of money in the metaverse? Let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for videos like this. See you in the next one.